Tonight, I want to thank Kimberly and Nick Norman for opening this tonight for us. Nick's creative songs, which we all love, evoked a Key West feel, and thank goodness he lives in Key West. Thank you, Nick Norman. All right, I'm going to read this because I got a lot to say really quick. Welcome, everybody. I'm so proud that the community has come out like this to support this event and support the 200 years of Monroe County. I'm going to talk mainly about Key West tonight, as the other commissioners will go up the district as they talk about what happens in their district. But obviously Key West was the first municipality in the county and has the most history. Welcome to the 200-year kickoff celebration here at the beautiful Coffee Butler Amphitheater in Key West. Yes. We fought so hard for this place, didn't we? Yes, thank you. Key West has been known as many things over the years, like Cowaso, Concrete Public, Margaritaville. Starting long ago, Key West and the Keys has been a popular destination. It was popular for the Spanish to arrive at Bone Island, and also for Cuban cigar makers and the freedom seekers, turtle hunters, Bahamian fishermen. It was a hideout for the pirates whose access to the islands was only by sea. For a mere $2,000 in 1821, John Symington bought Key West. An American flag was raised shortly thereafter by crew members of the USS Shark on Thompson Island, they called it, which is what Key West was called back then. In 1823, Monroe County was formally claimed as a Florida territory, the 6th county in the state of Florida. Yes, we're definitely an old county. With Key West becoming an official city in 1826. With pirating being so proliferating problem in the Florida Keys, the U.S. Navy quickly established a base to eradicate it. But the perils of the reef were still abundant after the pirates were dismantled, and the wrecking business quickly took Key West to the richest city in the nation. The widows' walks that dot the roofs of many of our historic houses are a testament to the wreckers of our olden days, who searched for cargo claimed by the treacherous reefs. During this same time, our Bahamian influences began to take hold. As a 5th-generation Bahamian conch myself, I know seafaring runs deep in our blood. Our Bahamian village and Cuban food show that our Bahamian and Latin Caribbean influences are deeply ingrained in our culture. The Florida Keys were built on the backs of strong settlers from sailors. Can you imagine? No water, no mosquito control, no nothing, what these people went through. Oh my God. It was amazing what they went through to live here and start this place. Searching for pink gold like the shrimpers, the spongers, the lobster fishermen and women, charter boat captains. It was these industries that led the popularity of our islands from presidents and playwrights. Tourism has played a major role in our history, starting with Henry Flagler, Railroad Dream, and building the Casa Marina to bring tourists to Key West. Once the overseas highway was completed in 1938, Key West began reimagining itself an island as a tourist destination and a haven for the arts and history. Our Key West International Airport sees about 1 million passengers a year, 3 million visitors to Key West, and 5 million to the Keys, over 5 million throughout the Keys, indicating it is amazing. So that's why traffic's a little bad sometimes. But we can understand that. But the Key, indicating that the Keys continues to be a popular destination for pleasure seekers, eco-lovers, history buffs, and the musically inclined. The southernmost city was so popular that Presidents Taft, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Carter, and Clinton all visited. And Truman was so in love with Key West that he made the Little White House a functioning second official home while he was in office. And we've all been there. It's still amazing today. One of the most well-known residents to make Key West their home was Ernest Hemingway, with many other famous writers, poets, playwrights, singers, artists like Tennessee Williams, Jimmy Buffett, Robert Frost, Shel Silverstein, Elizabeth Bishop, Truman Capote, Eric Carle, and our own Coffee Butler and Judy Bloom that lives here today. And every now a country artist shows up here, we love that. For such a small little island, we sure do have a lot of notoriety. Our islands were also no strangers to what was happening in the mainland. Around the world, when the Civil War broke out, Key West was a Union town, was crucial in helping suppress Confederacy with the existing presence of the U.S. Navy and Army at Forts Taylor and Jefferson. Both forts, in addition to Martello's, still stand strong today. As deemed a Navy town, as Commissioner Scholl will go into that in more detail later, the presence of the military in our community has been seen throughout the years. Our Cuban history is also strong, starting with Key West being a cigar-making epicenter of the United States in the early 1800s, to the Mariel boat lift in 1980, when 125,000 people fled the island, with most of them arriving by boat to Key West, right here where we're at now, out there at those docks. Yes. Key West continues to celebrate its diversity and its one human family motto, embracing our neighbors and celebrating our differences, but more importantly, our similarities. Throughout the years, Key West and the Florida Keys have overcome hardships. We have endured hurricanes, pandemics, mosquito-borne illnesses like yellow fever, the Great Depression, wars, and of course our water mains breaking and more. That's our hardship today. So imagine the early days of our county when there was no mosquito control, no AC, no running water from the mainland. Some of us may remember when the U.S. Border Patrol set up the roadblock at Florida City, effectively treating the Florida Keys like a foreign country. The residents were insulted and declared themselves the Conch Republic in a mock succession. Go Conch Republic! Yes. We promptly surrendered and asked for foreign aid. Didn't get too much, but we asked for it. Today we celebrate our history and diversity with events like the Conch Republic Days, Fancy Fest. Key West is thriving and as successful as ever. Yes, we're very blessed. Key West and the Florida Keys will continue to prosper for another 200 years because people that live here, the Conchs, are so resilient, and everybody that moves here, the one thing I say that we're such a happy place because everybody that lives here wants to be here. Who wants to leave? Not many towns are like that. That's why it's such a wonderful place and everybody gets along. We will never give up. Key West residents like Sandy Cornish never gave up. Mel Fisher never gave up. Today's the day, right? We heard that. It is our island DNA that we will never give up for the generations that will follow us. I could not be happier to kick off this amazing Florida Keys milestone at the Coffee Butler Amphitheater. We will have a beautiful next few months celebrating our Florida Keys history, starting with tonight. So thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you. So to get this thing started, I'd like to take a moment to introduce my dear friend, Trop Rock pioneer, local musician, Howard Livingston, the Mile Marker 24 Band, to the stage. Howard and Cindy have been dear to my heart for years. I could not be happier to have them here tonight to kick off this milestone. So stay tuned for him to blame it on the margaritas and the incredible drone show. And let's start living on Key West time.
Imagine Ponce de Leon, when he laid eyes on paradise, he'd stumble on, searching for that fountain to keep from turning gray. I think I might have found it. I'm feeling younger every day. Oh, there's still a lot of magic in Key West. Let me tell you, man, it's as good as it gets. Nothing first sunrise to take away your breath. Sunset, there's still a lot of magic in Key West. Wish I had been here when Jimmy came to town.